finally. Okay. All right. And so I have been trying to go live for like the past hour and it was not working for me, but I was not going to give up. So hopefully you guys can see this video. And let me see here. All right, and so if you haven't subscribed to the channel on YouTube yet, go ahead and make sure you search ABcareerMatch on YouTube, because I am going to create yet another series on YouTube to show you how to get a new job here soon. And if you're having troubles with your job search throughout the quarantine and things like that, feel free to ask me in the comments below and I will answer for you. And so if you are watching live, go ahead and type live in the comments below, or if you are watching the replay, go ahead and type replay. But today we're just, right now we're just going to be talking about how to get a job that fits your background and experience that's also close to home. So I did have someone that asked me that question. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you do get clear on the type of job that you really want first before you get ready to write your resume, because if you don't, your job search will be all over the place. You'll start getting responses for positions that you don't want, and it'll be for like sales positions. Some of them would be scams and just different types of things that you really don't want, emails that you really don't want to receive. And so keep in mind that your resume should always be tailored to that particular job that you are applying to as you continue with your job search. But make sure you get clear first on the type of job that you want, the industry, the job title, or even the company name. Get as specific as you possibly can. And make sure that you create the next thing you want to do is to create a career plan that's going to be about 5 to 10 years long. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Is it with the same company? Are you looking to get a promotion within that company? Or are you looking to, or you want to move on to something new and challenging? Like a lot of my clients that do come to me, they're either not getting responses to their resume, or they in a position right now where they're not really feeling challenged about the work that they're doing. They're not excited about the work that they're doing. And so that's what I do. That's what I help you do. Get excited about the type of work that you do, so that you will be in your dream position, a position that you may have been trying to get in to for years. Like my client Amber, for example, she had everything going on with her job search. She had a gap in her employment history. She had been job hopping from state to state. She had a resume that lacked accomplishments. And if you don't know, your accomplishments are the things that set you apart from other candidates that would be applying to that same position that you want at your dream company. And so you want to make sure that you do pull out those things, because like Amber and my client Danielle, who was also laid off from her job, she was able to get a position at 35% above her last position. So not only was she laid off, and she had a gap in her employment history, but she also, after only 3 months of being on that job, she actually received a promotion, accepted a new high-paying promotion. So she's now earning even more than where she started, just by pulling out her accomplishments and getting clear on the type of job that she really wanted first. And it also helped her put together a career plan. So if you are looking to get a job that fits your background and experience, you first need to know what your background entails. Write out your complete employment history. Get it all in writing. Don't worry about grammar or anything like that right now. Just get a clear understanding where you are right now and where it is that you really want to go. And so the next thing you want to do is you want to start looking at those job descriptions and see, and remember that those job descriptions are not an end-all be-all. You don't have to have all of the accomplishments that are listed on the job descriptions in order to apply to them. Make sure that you're paying attention to the required versus preferred at the bottom of the job description. And so if you see preferred, that means that they prefer you to have that skill, and they would rather not train you. But if it's required, you have to have that degree, you have to have that certification in order to apply for that job. And it's And if you have that certification in your job, your resume will pass through the applicant tracking system. And so if you have a situation where you're in the process of completing anything like school or getting an internship or something like that, you can also put on your resume that that is in process, so that you can get those keywords and key phrases listed on your resume. And so, again, if you are watching here live, make sure that you do let me know. So, and ask any questions about, your job search or anything like that, and I'll be happy to answer it for you. And so, next thing you want to do, you just want to demonstrate your excitement for getting a new high-paying job. That will help you become a magnet for new job interviews as you continue to move forwards. And you'll see that once you put that energy out there, you'll start getting responses from recruiters that you was not getting before, or you'll start getting responses to your resume. And if you are probably wondering, employers are still hiring right now through the pandemic. Things have slowed down. They haven't stopped in HR and also recruiting. In the conversations that I've had with some recruiters, and also seeing that my clients are still landing new high-paying jobs, and companies are still posting positions online. And so if you want to know which companies are still hiring right now, you can check out video number 1 of 7 in my most recent YouTube series, and you'll get a free resource there that'll show you exactly who's hiring and who has a hiring freeze, and you'll find out right away if your company is hiring right now. And so you want to go ahead and match your qualifications to that job description, and you can find out from there whether or not you're a great fit. You want to use the 80-20 rule in that situation. 80% of your qualifications should be listed on that job description. To look through the job description, you want to check out information about the company. Is that really a company that you want to work for? You want to check out their qualifications. What are they requiring you to have? What are some of the preferred things that they're looking for from you? And then also, what are some of the things? Make sure you read the fine print. Do they want a cover letter? Do they want you to send over your resume via email instead of submitting it on their website? Make sure that you're reading the fine print as well. And so don't guess about that information. Do reach out, post your questions here in this group if you have a question. No question is too small or crazy or anything like that, because chances are there's someone else that has that same that wants to ask that same question, but they haven't asked it yet. And so if you have a job search related questions, make sure that you ask it here in the group, and I'll respond to it within less than 24 hours. And so you want to make sure that you compare your qualifications to the job description and match it up. And so that's how you will get a job that will fit your background and experiences to match your qualifications to that particular role. But right now, we're all in the same storm. We're all in quarantine at home, can't leave unless it's something that we really need to do, check on a family member or go to the pharmacy or to the grocery store, or even to the gas station. But just want to have an honest conversation with you guys about isolation and things like that. I know for myself, I am more of an introverted personality, so this is something that I do anyway, being that I already work from home. But I know for a lot of people, they are used to commuting, they're used to going out and doing things every day on a consistent basis. So I just want to share with you some of the things that I do on a consistent basis to help me reach my goals on every day. And so one of the things that I always do is make sure that I stick to a morning routine, and I listen to how I feel. If I need to get some extra sleep, I get some extra sleep. If I need to complete that project in the evening instead of in the morning, I do that. And so listen to your body, listen to how you feel at that particular moment, and make sure that you set a schedule for your work and take breaks. Take small breaks throughout the day, similar to what you would do if you were leaving out to go to lunch, for your job, on your job during the day. So Another thing that you may be facing right now is you're at home. Like it's just me and my daughter, but you may be in a house with, a house full of people, and you really can't get any work done. And so you have to set some boundaries and set a schedule as far as, I'm going to work on this project for an hour, and then I'm going to jump on this Zoom session or this Zoom meeting in a couple of hours from now. But in between time, you can spend time with family. And so that'll help you break up your day as well. And so I've met, even during the quarantine, and, if I can't say that it didn't affect me, because even knowing that all of these people are being affected by a lot of job seekers are losing their jobs, a lot of people coming to me for help right now to, rewrite their resume and things like that, because of the employment rate has skyrocketed. So I can't say that it's not affecting me just because I have an introverted personality. It is affecting me as well, and I've connected with, so I've even had to take my own advice and take breaks and do things like that I'm sharing with you guys. In those breaks, I've been able to connect with old friends from high school. I've met some new people, being able to network with more new people online that turn out to be really good friends. Online workout programs that I've been following on a consistent basis with one of my friends, Keith, here on Facebook. And so it's things like that you'll pick up on as you continue to go through the quarantine over the next 30-ish days. And so it may go on longer. You're going to have to you're going to have to adapt to, we're all going to have to adapt to a new normal going forward. So we might as well start now so that we can come out on the other side a lot stronger. And so right now we're all in the same storm, and I'm also here to help you, continue with your job search. I just had a client just the other day who landed a job, but when he landed that position with his resume, he was able to he would be starting a new position over in here in California, but he is going to have to wait for his training to start. But the employment has slowed down, but it hasn't stopped. So I want you to keep that in mind as you continue with your job search. And so employers, recruiters, and hiring managers want you to be flexible, and they are also going to be, in return, they're also being flexible with you as well. They know you're at home. They know that you're going to interview, or video format, and you're not really used to interviewing via video, and you guys both would prefer to interview face to face. So keep in mind that their interviewing has not stopped. It's changed to a digital format. It's going to be via Skype. It's going to be on your phone. There's going to be noise in the background, and also in turn, the recruiters know it's going to be noise in the background. They know kids are at home. They know there's going to be a TV on. As long as you're showing up and presenting the information and answering the interview questions to the best of your ability, and showing that your interest and your enthusiasm in that position through your interviewing skills, then you will still get the job, and you will be like my last client, Howard, who accepted a new high-paying job offer, but he will have to wait to start his training after the quarantine is over. But he still has a new high-paying job that is waiting for him. And so continue applying to the jobs, continue with your job search, because even if that job is not hiring right now, and if they have a hiring freeze, you will be the first on the list because you were proactive about your job search. There are going to be a lot of job seekers that's going to come back after the quarantine is over with, and they're going to try to rush the process. I don't rush the process. I don't rush the resume writing process. There is a turnaround time, and I do all of that for a specific reason, because I want to put the same amount of time and effort into your resume that I would do for someone else. And so for that reason, I wouldn't want to rush that process. And when you do rush that process with a recruiter or something like that, it just comes across that you really need to just, get any job, and you really don't want to work for that company. You come across as anxious, worried, and things like that. And that energy is negative energy that you would pass on to someone else, either over the phone or within that company when you do start working for them. And so you want to go with a calm spirit, and you want to be proactive about your job search. You want to make sure that you first get clear on the type of job that you want before you even begin building your resume. Otherwise, your job search will be all over the place. You'll get sales positions in your email. You'll get contract temporary roles. You'll start getting those type of responses, or you might not even get responses at all to your resume, like a lot of the people that come to me for help that have been laid off and they're unemployed right now. And so use this time right now to just sit still and figure out what your next move is going to be with your job search, and reach out to somebody that you know that you haven't reached out to in a long time to help you break up that monotony that you're feeling right now. Take the time to pour into someone else that you haven't been able to speak to, that might need some help, that you can help with, a problem that you can help solve, whatever that problem may be. And so another thing that you can do as well is you can journal your thoughts either first thing in the morning or late in the afternoon. Eventually, after so many years, that will turn into your book that you'll be putting out of your experience, and you'll be able to help someone else going forwards. And that's what I'm working on right now as I sit here in quarantine. And so you guys can keep an eye out for that as well, and a couple of other writing pieces that I am working on back here. And so yeah, focus on those things to help you get through isolation, and also being in quarantine and working at home right now. Especially if you haven't worked from home before, you want to go back and watch this video as many times as you possibly need to. And so if you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, you want to go ahead and get subscribed, because here in the next, starting on Monday, I'm starting a brand new YouTube series. I haven't finished up to one that we're doing right now. But I'm starting a new YouTube series, and it's going to talk about what to expect during the coronavirus and your job search. And so you want to stay tuned for that. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you need some help with your resume, I'm going to post a link down in the comments below so that you can jump on a live and free resume writing workshop with me here. And where I show you everything that I'm sharing with my clients to help them get new high-paying jobs. And I will want to share that with you right now, because that is my way of giving back right now during this very trying time. We are all going to exit this quarantine on the other side. So this coronavirus thing is going to end, and business and things is going to pick back up, and you just want to be proactive, and you want to be ready. And I want to be there to make sure that I can help you as well. And so everything that I'm sharing with you is things that I've shared with my clients to help them get new high-paying jobs over the past 15 years, and also things that I've used myself to help me get high-paying jobs before I went full-time as a career coach. So I would love to know the things that you would need help with going forward, and let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful, and I will continue to create and do more, and I will see you guys soon and in the next video.